Welcome to your Magic Moon message. This is the Peace Dealer. This is the second time in a row I'm coming back from the Regional Justice Center. I wanted to shoot the Magic Moon message there, but after I leave, both times I just rush straight back to the car, and then by the time I leave, I forgot I wanted to record it. I wanted to show you guys what that was like. But yeah, anyway. It was cool. Shout out to the two people who I saw there that recognized me from the channel. That's awesome. One actually works there. If you're seeing this, thank you for the guidance and wisdom you gave me. That was dope. And then, another one I saw on the way out, where you pay for like the parking. Thankfully, I didn't have to pay for parking because I wasn't there that long. But yeah, Moon is in Leo, Sagittarius signature, Sun in Sag, second decan, sub-ruled by Mars. All right, let me talk a little bit about the three decans of Sagittarius, which will, in a sense, follow any mutable sign. But the first decan is the mutable sign, ruler, Jupiter, expansion. We're emerging awareness into Sagittarius, the first 10 degrees, expanding and evolving, just like going up on a roller coaster, getting a higher perspective. Then second decan is Martian ruled. That's cardinally aligned with Aries. So once we expand, boom, we go straight, we direct it forward after interpreting this expansion. And then the third decan is sub-ruled by Leo, aka the Sun rather, which is Leo aligned. And after we move in that direction, we strengthen and embolden this. But that being said, the Moon in Leo is going to make a 240 degree angle to the Sun in Sagittarius. Here is how you want to look at aspects Sagittarius makes to Leo. Right now, you see that this light is shining because I turned the power on, okay? Let me know if you can see me. There's still some light. That being said, all right, because I turned off the power, the energy that comes from the power now shut off the effect of said light, all right? So now if Sagittarius, let me not even say if, Sagittarius represents the experience of light, life and energy, life, solar energy, light. We know light is massless photons, right? I from what I remember from school and the internet, but like, yeah. And then of course, Leo is going to represent solar energy, and Aries is going to be that original direction, the push of the I am. So we're going to talk about Leo and Sag. The reason why this is quite the angle, not only is this the affinity, because the Sagittarius signature during Sagittarius season, the ninth house of Sag is Leo. Okay, so the quality of the experience of light, right, is going to depend a lot on Leo, right? So we have Venus, we have Mars, we have Mercury coming out of Scorpio, we have the Sun. The Moon trining these placements in Leo strengthens the core source with which all these placements in Sagittarius are going to draw from with the trine. So Venus is trining the Moon in Leo, the Sun is trining the Moon, Mars is trining the Moon. And what does that Moon trine to Leo does? It helps you understand at a social level how now the nature of the brightness of Mars, of the Sun, of Venus is drawing from the source energy of Leo. Okay. Keep that in mind when Jupiter goes into Leo, because then the next year Sagittarius season we have with Jupiter in Leo is going to cause a brighter light, because trines to Jupiter and Leo are sourcing it from a failed star instead of a moon that only goes 2 days through it. All right. Yes, Jupiter is a failed star. That being said, all right, why that's very significant is with the moon going through here before the moon goes into Virgo, and now we revisit everything since a week ago when the moon was in Gemini full and we started to gain a true understanding, sharply clearing our focus. The moon in Virgo is going to analyze how what we've broken through completes our vision, and how what about this adjustment of our vision is real, and through this detailed understanding, not just help us now finish this process of breakthrough, but now prepare for the new moon we're going to have when the moon is in Sagittarius. And by then, of course, by the time the moon's in Virgo, Mercury is going to be in, of course, Sagittarius. So right now, Mercury is just opposing Uranus. Brace for impact. Yo ass and Mercury, yo ass retrograded in Taurus, and Mercury at the end of Scorpio is not only peaking in the mastery of psychoanalytical depth your brain is processing out of this shadow period of the retrograde, but the opposition to Uranus revisits the original direct, then the retrograde, and now the final opposition that's going to revisit this innovation, this unconventionality, and provide unexpectedly amazing victory, breakthrough, amazing victory in the form of breakthrough development that will in some cases look like setback. So don't necessarily be perturbed by some unexpected setback. Sagittarius wants you to change your perspective in a way that aligns with these belief systems and, of course, the mindset and now your vision. And so the moon in Virgo will help adjust your behavior, but while it's in Leo, it's going to be strengthening the boldness. It's going to be strengthening the courage. It's going to be strengthening the audacity that you have to show others and yourself what it is that you see, that you are creating with your vision. Okay. Quality of this really does create drama, but because this is the final breakthrough point from Moon Gemini, initial breakthrough point, Moon Cancer, transformative breakthrough point, and now Moon Leo, the final breakthrough point, the Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius signature, the strengthened quality of this lunar understanding draws forth the energy needed so that it can strengthen what Mars in Sagittarius is shining through your actions. Venus in Sagittarius is polishing in your vision, and the Sun in Sagittarius is clearing the way forward by ascending your vision. Make sure, as always, block out all the noise because it will be there. But now that we are in the first social sign relative to these lunar cycles, aka Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio, this social integration now works relative to the universal Sagittarian perspective as a final level of breakthrough before the first stage of completion we will have when the moon is in Virgo. And I hope you're not allowing muggles to tell you how to do magic. I hope you're not allowing, that's code word for I hope you're not letting people who don't have a business, any business, talking about what you're an expert in, tell you how to do what you do or tell you about your life when they don't even know you, self-admittedly through their actions, whether they admit it or not. Indirectly, they will. This is very important, especially if you tap into Leonine pride, right? You think a lion is going to let another species tell them how to rule the jungle if they're like king of the jungle or whatever. But like that being said, man, the light of Leo is going to show you the strength and quality and meaning of how you've adjusted and broken through this perspective so far and what new possibilities open up as a result of you breaking through and harvesting what you've planted the seeds for and integrated over the past 3.5 weeks. So I hope you enjoy that. The trine to Chiron in Aries is going to really revisit the square we had with the moon in Cancer and make sure that you've overcome any ego vulnerabilities. All right, it's okay to admit you were wrong about some stuff, but don't allow other people to use that in order to walk all over you or to shame and guilt manipulate you, when you can literally just urinate on their face instead and possibly entertain urinating on anybody who for some reason thinks they can manipulate you so that the feeling or the stain of your urine on their valuables or their own body will deter them from ever messing with you again. All right. And you can do so in a way that doesn't give you like a battery charge or any kind of upset with your municipal agents, officers, governments. You know the deal. That being said, you guys stay blessed as always. The moon also has opposed Pluto. in Aquarius. So that's going to really now, also on top of showing you what you're breaking through, revisit this breakthrough of supernatural quality in your life, really setting up for a lot of, development concerning facets of yourself that the pastor's not going to preach to you, and science will probably never catch up to. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. So the opposition to Pluto and Aquarius is going to be followed up by the square. So we have the opposition at the beginning of Moon and Leo, followed up by the square at the end of Leo to Uranus, and those will do you right. Everything that you kind of experience on these couple of days, when the moon goes into Virgo, you'll come into a practical understanding that shapes your behavior and experience, so that you're not stuck in the air trying to figure this out metaphysically. It will be tangible. We already went through Capricorn and Taurus. Virgo is going to finalize this process by helping you walk out of this with facts, baby. And what's one fact we know? We are set for life. You guys stay blessed as always.